Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have some special figures here to take a look at, obviously from Hot Toys. This is again a preview. I like doing these videos because obviously uh, giving previews on these amazing pieces creates anticipation obviously for the channel and also for the collection. But man, I keep telling myself I need these, although I have to really be careful in 2026 how much I spend because things can get out of control because we kept getting badass figures from Hot Toys, NECA, Sideshow, whatever, InArt, Primon Studio. So yeah, but this is amazing. I think obviously here Dark Knight Returns is one of the best graphic novels ever made. Frank Miller created an awesome universe here. I think also this is one of the best animated movies ever made from DC. Obviously Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2 is my favorite DC animated film ever made. I think they did a great job here. So obviously they've created a gray suit of Batman a couple months ago that's released, and this is the blue suit. My only concern here is taking a look at the chest. He should have like the yellow bat emblem and not this one, which was only seen on the gray suit. So I'm not sure why they did this. But again, I like the slashes. Obviously, this is like the battle damage version. So who knows if they're gonna create like a blue regular suit version. But again, you can see the slashes here from the mutant. That awesome Bruce Wayne head sculpt right there, very wrinkly, very pissed, as I believe he was in his 50s. In the in the in the comic book was like 55 or 56. He definitely looks older, like he's 70. But I like the wrinkles on the face. You have all the scars, the blood. I like the bushy eyebrows right there. Obviously, this is gonna have movable eyes as usual, and I like the massive jaw right there, similar to what Arnold Schwarzenegger has, and also the fine detail on the hair. And speaking of the head sculpt, I like it's obviously based on a comic book, but it also like has that lifelike realism, almost as is he's a real character. So I like that touch. Obviously, fantastic looking sculpt right there. I like the pointed nose. We have this thing; it looks dope, obviously. And here's everything that Batman comes with. So obviously it's the exact same body, just a color swap. You have a wired cape. I'm not sure if the the other Batman figure had like a muscle body, or that's only present on the body itself and not the arms. So that's gonna be interesting to see. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. Also, this is a brand new piece. You have like the separated cowl that you can put on his back. You have different mouth pieces with this one, a bloody version, the open mouth, and the grimace here. Again, fantastic. You do also have the sniper rifle, just like on the other one, and you have like that Justice League recycled type base. With I guess you have some new elements. I like this tag right there, and you have a bunch of hands with like some blood and battle damage with the knuckles. I think this is fantastic. Also, what's interesting, a couple months ago, I had the opportunity to pick up the Prime 1 Studio 1/3 scale version of The Dark Knight Returns Batman, the gray suit version. So who knows? I don't know if the seller still has that. But the price was amazing, so who knows? Maybe. But I like the texture material on this one. Obviously, this is pretty much gonna be one of the best Batman figure that Hot Toys made, just because there's no like the suit is not gonna get damaged. If you pose the figure, because obviously you're gonna have a gray kind of nylon suit, so you're gonna pose the hell out of the figure, and there's not gonna be any problem. And the same thing goes with the next figure here, which is gonna be Superman. But yeah, fantastic Batman here. I like the beefiness. I always liked how he the shape of the body in the Dark Knight Returns is like very beefy, massive type body that they used. So who knows if they're gonna do like the mutant in 1/6 scale. That's gonna be awesome. Again, you have the wire cape here, which is fantastic. Like the details on the body, all the weathering, especially down below here on the cape. That's done very nicely. Again, fantastic figure here. So yeah, let's move to Superman, because Superman was teased. Obviously, when they made this reveal a couple of days ago, they've teased Superman, and it was released a day after, which is cool. I think yesterday. So yeah, this is Superman. This thing is awesome. Easily to say that it's gonna be the best Hot Toy Superman out there. Just because again you have the cloth suit, So you're gonna be able to pose this one in a flight suit. You know, you're gonna be able to bend the hell out of the figure. Again, I'm not sure if this is a silicone arms underneath because I don't see any joints. So it's gonna be interesting to see. If I look at the back, yeah, it looks like a silicone arm. So even though you're gonna pose the figure, if the silicone is gonna rip in time, you're not gonna see that because of the suit. So that's quite cool. But yeah, those faces, you have obviously the Elvis Presley looking hair right there with the curl. This one has two head sculpts. You have a battle damage look, and again, like Batman, you have obviously it's based on the comic book, but you have a certain realism to it. I like the bloody mouth right there. You have the stern look, fantastic looking head again. One of the best Supermans that made in the comic books. Gonna be interesting if they're gonna do the armored version of Batman, which I think that's gonna come just because you have the gun right there. You have the arrow from Green Arrow. Also interesting to see in the comics, Dark Knight Returns Arrow had like a missing arm, which is interesting. So who knows, maybe they're gonna do Arrow as well. Again, this one also has like a wired cape, which is fantastic, but I like the proportion of the body, man. Holy shizzoli. The ribs, you can see the definition of the body right there. Again, similar base to Batman, which were created with the Justice League back in the day. This one has a nice Superman logo right there. Fantastic looking figure, man. The proportions, the beefiness. Also, I think this one, it's easy to say, is the biggest Superman figure that Hot Toys made. We're gonna see a picture here very soon. Obviously, you also have this specially applied UV luminous reflective effects in the eye. So I guess if you apply a certain light, the eyes are gonna glow up, which is fantastic because that means no batteries inside the head. So yay! Man, I hate batteries inside figures. It's just a pain in the ass. But again, the neck, very beefy neck, the strong jaw, awesome right here. And again, here's the what I was talking about. So Batman here is actually close to 13 inches tall. Obviously, 13 inches tall is 33 centimeters tall. This guy is close to 13 and a half, so easily the biggest Superman figure that we got. As you can see, it's a different body from Batman here. It looks wider at the shoulders, more defined, especially in the waist right there. It has this much, almost like a bodybuilder look, where Batman is just, you know, buff. This one has more definition. You can see the rib cages. You can see the pecs a little bit better. You know, everything. The biceps. This thing looks massive. Look at the size of his forearms. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is gonna be a massive figure. So I definitely want to add this to the collection and maybe hunt down the gray suit Batman, because again, I like this one. I like the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, but I think I prefer the gray suit a little bit more, even though I like the colors of this one. It's very classic, but this is not accurate. It should have the you know, the circular yellow bat logo inside, so not sure why they did that. Not sure how accurate that is, but again, this is pretty cool right there. Fantastic posability. Again, you have the arrow right there with the kryptonite. Very nice shot. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. They are gonna give us that armored suit Batman, just a matter of time. I think this one's fantastic. Just the sheer size. You know, it's gonna, if you're putting this one against a regular one scale figure, that's gonna be very small. But obviously Superman is a very big dude. I think in the comics supposed to be 6'3" and Batman 6'2", but obviously every time I see him in the comics he's like 6'5", 6'6". So that's very nice. But yeah, very nice vibrant colors on this one, with a very big S shield. Again with that wired cape. It's gonna be cool. Wow, this is probably the best pose that Hot Toys gave us here. Again, not sure where the you know, waist grabber is, because sometimes they use Photoshop in their reveals here, but look at the size of the shoulder right there. Massive, man. Damn. Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this one. If I must, I'm gonna sacrifice some figures in order to get this one, because it looks fantastic. So hey guys, thanks for watching as usual. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day guys. See you soon on next video. Take care. Bye bye.